We've started for 25 minutes, and you guys have had ample opportunity. You deliberately went against what we told you to do, and we're doing it for your favor. And for those of you who failed the RTM and didn't read the RTM, you're signing something that is your Bible. Didn't I tell you it's your Bible?
We about to change the game. We out here taking names. Let our voices rise. Let them reach the skies. We about to change the game. We out here taking names. Let our voices rise. Let them reach the skies. Hickory dock, giving them all that we got. Kick on the door, try to knock, but nobody answered. I'm going harder, taking my chances. I keep it moving.
Can't trust you to be honest about walking at a 10-minute mile pace for 3 miles.
You're lower.
You think I can trust you going into somebody's house?
Okay, 5-to-1 instructor ratio will be within that. No non-class A materials. We're good. All right, let's take a quick walkthrough.
You on my mind a lot. Don't need no time watch. I don't know how I got you in my pocket spot. Yeah, that's babe, need you every day. You like my oxygen. Make it seem like the barging down. Got my heart no barging in. From the beat to the flow to the couch. Might wait the neighbors up. Break you in and break you out. In the end, we're gonna make this out. Part 2, we don't need no pause.
Grid door will still be cracked. You'll see the inversion layer. It's going to start dumping down. Everyone's going to lose their vision. You'll start talking about the things, what happened when fires and rooms are all buttoned up. But that entire time in that room, that bottom hat's open, you're just charging it with energy.
They know about the torch in, torch out, ignition, all that stuff. I just need to know a par, when you're in and when you're coming out.
Sound good?
All right.
Got my heart no break you in then.
We got some new cadre members that are joining our crew for this next academy, so we're getting them kind of trained up on our new burns and our burn box. We just finished up doing our upstairs burns, which is where we do all of our fire control scenarios. So we just went over that. Now we're gonna shift over to downstairs where we actually do our fire attack scenarios, where when the recruits come, they're force entering the back door, they'll come inside and they'll see live fire conditions rolling over their head. We'll talk about it a little bit, they'll put it out, just practice kind of interior attack stuff.
Kids coming in, you're going to want to have this part closed first, all right? So what you can do is the same concept as upstairs. You can have both these doors, these closed, fill this, charge this with energy, open this bottom one, and just let cold smoke fill it. So when they force that door, make entry on there, it's smoke down, but it's not heated smoke, it's cold smoke. They're going through whatever the setup with the partitions are. They make entry here, and when they get in here, that should already be rolling over.
Okay.
But as long as, so all you're doing is just create a flow path, right? So where do you want the fire to go? Do you want the fire to go that way? Do you want the fire to go up and out, right? So originally we want it to go here so we can catch this particle board and it'll start giving that rollover flashover by the time they come in here. So we're already set there.
Cool.
So, and then they can do their wall, ceiling wall. We need a New York hook for this door. They'll do their wall, ceiling wall. You're talking about the same thing for the guys in here. The stages of fire development, your time temperature, the time temperature curve, your heat release rate, your vent limited versus fuel limited fires. The same thing we were talking about upstairs. You do the same thing for the guys in here. Whoever is running the fire attack guys, they come in. Cool, you got smoke, talk about wall, ceiling wall, clamp crawl, hose manipulations, pinch points, all that crap. Then they come in here. They should be seeing rollover at that point, wall, ceiling wall. Just watch out for whoever's here because he's gonna be in the direct line side and you're gonna get shot in the face with water.
Cool.
And then wall, ceiling wall, let them basically choke it down a bit, advance up, wall, ceiling wall, let it build out, and then put the fire out. That's it. This is more fire attack, nozzle manipulation, hose manipulation, pinch points, more than fire behavior. Upstairs is gonna be fire behavior. Cool. Fire behavior was good, fire attack room was good.
You feeling good about the 1403 briefing and that whole process? Because we'll have to go through that every single time we do this, all right? We've got to make sure we're all on the same page and everyone clearly understands what's going on so no one gets pinched, yeah? All right. Cool, well, 1 o'clock, I'll see you guys.
Sounds good, boss. 1 o'clock.
A lot of good stuff, and I shared this with you guys the other day, but again, this school is kind of cool because it contains the 100th recruit upon graduation that we've hired in the last 4 years. So that's a tremendous amount of people in our organization. All of you have had a hand in a lot of them. So I asked you on Monday to kind of give some thought to what your goals and expectations are for this rookie school and what you hope to instill. So I'm going to start with you, Cap, and just kind of share with the group and share with us why you're here and what some of the reasons are and what some of the expectations you have for these recruits coming out of school.
Good morning, everyone. So I'm here teaching this academy because my passion is to teach. I've already got a chance to talk with all the other cadre members about my expectations for them. But my passion is teaching, and that's what I've done for 18 years, is teaching both in Nevada and California and Texas as well. And I got a chance to really shape the future of this department with heading up the Explorer program, and I've seen the Explorers progress from Explorer to Cadet to Recruit to where they are now, to some of them being cadre, 2 of them being cadre members right now. So to see that progression is something that I want to be able to step into in a leadership role as a captain. I've done it as a firefighter paramedic, but now taking that additional role as a captain and being able to basically steer the ship and control and keep traditions and have them meet my standards. And for me, obviously physical fitness is going to be important, but it's about showing progression for me.
So I used to be Explorer here with North Las Vegas back in the day, and just seeing the progression of starting at Explorer and work myself up to where I'm at now. Just seeing the progression and watching the recruits that come in, their weaknesses turn those into a strength. I've also been able to teach outside, teaching EMT, and learning that my passion is to teach.
One of the biggest goals that I want to achieve out of this academy is to instill in these recruits crew cohesion. I've seen on the floor plenty of times that crew cohesion kind of leaves the window, and I think it's extremely important throughout our 30-year career that we continue to instill that in each individual, uphold those traditions, work out with each other when we can, be with each other, study with each other, and essentially grow with each other, take each other's weaknesses and build on that.
Really trying to push the agenda of a love for EMS. That was something that I really talked to the recruits a lot. I know we're a fire department, but 85 to 90% of what we do is EMS. So that's something that I'm really trying to help change the narrative on EMS days, is get these guys excited about it, get these guys mindset of, let's find a love for it. Just as much as we want to be good at fire, let's be good at EMS. Let's take it serious. So I want to see that goal progress this academy, continue to push that, hopefully see our narrative with these new recruits in the floor change a little bit to having a love for that aspect of the job as well.
Being on 18 years, I think as time goes on, I've been at a pretty busy house all that career, and kind of get flat, a little stagnant.
Yeah.
Come in here to kind of rejuvenate your career, and teaching was really good to see the development process with these recruits from, really greenhorns to, I think we produced a pretty good class last academy, so
Yeah.
it was really fulfilling. Kind of just continue with that process, happy with the way it went last time.
Yeah. What we have going on here today is pretty cool stuff. We've got the cadre for 2023-2 out here training, going through the confidence course. We don't expect our new recruits to do anything that our cadre isn't willing to do. So confidence course, it tests you on several fronts, emotionally, physically. It's not an easy course, but they need to go through it just like everybody else.
So over here on our training grounds, we've got a 3-story confidence course. So Captain Stevens, he just made his way through floor 1, where he had to go through a series of obstacles, making his way over here. Once he gets to the end of floor 1, he goes up through a hole here, and he comes up, and he's gonna traverse 2nd floor, where there's a new series of obstacles, all the way down to the end, or he'll reach our 3rd floor, go up 1 more floor, which has our hardest obstacles in there, a couple tubes, a couple things you gotta crawl over, where he'll finally finish on a downward slide, Come through here, we got some wires in there where you got to practice getting through some entanglement before finally he drops back down another floor and comes out the end for the finish.
Good, Cap.
Just a wide body.
That's right.
Take all of the safety with our evolutions very seriously, including this confidence course. There has been a couple incidents in the United States where we've had a fatality in these confidence course. So we take some very serious precautions when our recruits and even our own personnel are going through there. We actually build them up where they start with lower PPE, finally building up to full PPE with their mask on and blacked out, but we give them a process before they go through there. We also want to continually monitor them and walk with them as they're going through here. As you can see, we have a series of hatches that we can open up in case a recruit, our own personnel, gets kind of freaked out, or maybe their heart rate or their respiratory rate amps up. Another additional safety precaution that we have is on 2 sections of this confidence course, we have gear, forcible entry tools that are actually mounted to the walls. You can see that we have one here. In this confidence course is we do have a medical team on standby. So we actually have one of our rescue crews who are outside ready in case of emergency, or if we needed to transport our personnel, we could also do that. So someone who's as broad and as wide as Captain Stevens, you can see that he's got his air pack off, and for somebody of his size and his stature, it's almost necessary to get through some of the sections that we have on here just because of how tight it is. As RTOs, we gave ourselves a little bit of challenge to make it through this confidence course and do a little circuit for a buyout.
It's called the Dirty 30, baby. Dirty 30. 30 deadlifts, 30 squats, 30 cal row.
I'm the class leader for this week. This is week 1. The date is August 14th, 2023, and it's our first day today. I think we're all feeling a little nervous, but I think we're all glad to be here, excited to be here. We've worked hard to get here, and looking forward to the next 20 weeks. So.
This is what you're waiting for. I think we're ready to rock.
Today you're gonna get a calendar.
I heard one voice.
How many demerits is it?
5, sir.
You guys have been in this academy for 20 minutes. We've started for 25 minutes. And you guys have had ample opportunity. You deliberately went against what we told you to do, and we're doing it for your favor. And for those of you who failed the RTM and didn't read the RTM, you're signing something that is your Bible. Didn't I tell you it's your Bible?
Yes, sir.
We expect you guys to know that inside and out, because that's what's keeping you in this position. We are using the RTM for your failures and as your successes. But if you fail, that's what's going to drive you out. Do you understand that? We are following the RTM, so you should probably know it. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Push-up position. If your glasses fall, If your glasses fall, your glasses fall. It's your fault. We told you about it. And congratulations, Lee. Now you have everybody's eyes on you. Down.
Welcome the recruits this morning. We had a lot of snacks. We got a bunch of red ants now. 10 minutes it took these red ants. They're workhorses. They're not messing around. They know that this next 20 week is going to be nothing but work. And they're here to play.